This video is brought to you by Grandeur Warranty, your #1 online source for factory-backed extended warranties in the country. Hey guys, we want to show you two very special brand new 2025 Ram heavy duty trucks. Here on this side we have a crew cab 4x4 Tradesman case, which is basically a work truck.
Exactly.
Right? But we also have a pretty luxurious Cummins turbo diesel truck on this side, and there's about $37,000 difference between these two.
Which is funny because from the exterior, they don't look dramatically different, especially the way that they're spec'd. They're both in a pretty basic white finish. This truck has chrome on the grille, but a body color match bumper, and we've got chrome mirror caps, whereas the more basic truck has a chrome bumper in addition to the chrome grille, black mirror caps. So a little bit of difference there. Also, coming along the side, you can see a much more basic wheel design and a much more basic running board versus this truck, which does give us a nicer looking wheel. And we've also got these power steps.
Yes.
Which is kind of nice. Another way that you're going to be able to tell that this is a much higher end truck is the Cummins badge on the side. Of course, a very expensive option, over $12,000.
Exactly. But let's take a quick peek underneath the hood of this Tradesman work truck first, and then take a look at that luxurious Longhorn, which has an amazing interior. Voila!
So,
it's a good old friend, right?
Yeah, our very familiar base 6.4 Hemi. So
yes.
People keep talking about the Hemi being gone from the 1500, still around here in the 2500.
Exactly.
But not a ton of power from this guy for a big HD truck.
Yeah, so it was 410 horsepower before. Right now for 2025, the rating officially is 405 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. So the torque hasn't changed. It still has that 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. And you know what? I mean, that's pretty good amount of power because the GM Chevy Silverado heavy-duty trucks, their gas engine makes about 401 horsepower. Ford has two options for their gas V8s. And they go up to about, 430 horsepower in some of them. So it's still competitive, even though it's not updated or brand new.
Yeah, and then if we come around to the back of this truck, it is fitted with a tonneau cover. Nothing too fancy here, no ram boxes or anything, which I kind of like. We've got chrome badges here, really absolutely massive chrome Ram logo.
Exactly. You know, I could do my hair and like check my reflection. There you are.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Very nice. Also, bedline, we got lights, we've got 400 watts of power, and we do have a tonneau cover on this truck. And it also has a 6-person configuration inside. Do you want to show inside really quick?
Yeah, because this is not a completely basic truck. It's definitely got some options. We've also got, of course, the nice new Ram mirrors. Pretty big, good visibility. But definitely a more basic interior. We've got cloth seats, nothing too fancy there. Like you said, it's a bench in the front, so 6-person total.
Just like before, but this does have a 12-inch vertical display, which looks really fancy actually. We do have a shelf here for some items. We have a glove box. We have another shelf down here with USB-C and USB Type-A. It's got a 4-wheel drive system with 4 low and a towing package.
Yeah, so it is kind of a funny mix of things because like you pointed out, we've got really a pretty big screen here in the center of the dash, but a very basic dash that's just hard plastic, nothing too fancy there. So aside from the big screen, it is a very basic interior. I mean, look at our door cards here. It's all hard plastic, no special inserts or anything to really make it look especially high-end.
Yeah, so this is kind of the biggest thrill in this interior, is like this new high-tech screen, which you may not need or like, and you don't have to get, you know, that 12-inch screen. I believe, let's see, safety group, bed utility group, Tradesman level 2 package is $3,195.
Yeah.
So you could save some money and actually get a little bit more simple interior. But the way this is configured with the towing package and the safety group, this is $63,000.
Yeah, so not an incredibly inexpensive truck. This is giving you a few of the nice features that we like to see, like the fact that it's 4-wheel drive. It is a quad cab. It's got a couple of those tech features that are definitely going to bring the price up.
And what's the payload on this puppy?
Let's see, if we look here, I'm seeing 3,036 pounds.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
When you're buying a pickup truck like this, it's a huge investment and you want to protect it and get peace of mind. And you can do it with Grainger warranty. Just use the link in the description below. It's a factory-backed extended warranty, so it goes beyond what manufacturer can provide for a brand new vehicle. You could save some money, about $1,000 compared to others. And once again, it's factory-backed, so you can be sure it will be there to support you with OEM quality parts. And all the work on your vehicle can be done at a certified dealership or location anywhere across the country. So check out GraingerWarranty.com and protect your powertrain, your electronics, and your vehicle for a long period of time.
Big differences that we're going to see here on this very nicely spec'd Longhorn, right?
Yes.
So if we come around to the driver's side, we can first compare our payload for one. So this being a diesel, we've got 1,920 pounds, so not an incredible amount of payload, and some of that is sacrificed for the luxury features that we see here on the interior, and of course that big heavy diesel.
We might need to power this down because it is beep. Or you want to close the door?
Yeah, well, let's see. To your point, we might as well get in, close the door, and show this interior because this is definitely a highlight. So this is actually a bigger screen. Already we had a big screen in the other truck. Now it's even bigger, so it goes kind of up above the top of the dash. And one thing that is personally not my favorite is that with this screen layout, some of your switches here for your parking sensors, your exhaust brake, your tow haul mode, instead of being physical switches, they're built into the screen. We've still got a physical trailer brake controller, of course, but I would like it if these switches were still hard buttons, dedicated buttons like that.
Yeah, and I think this area is empty. I mean, this is a trailer backup assist knob, but I've seen also some commercial Ram trucks with auxiliary switches, you know, for like additional lights or winches or stuff like that. I think sometimes they put them here as well. But look at the quality of this, like wood. Here we have a passenger screen. Look at all the etching. Do you see that?
Yeah, really impressive stuff. Really nice details in here. I also like the color of a lot of the trim. Has this kind of coppery color here on the door cards. We've got a really nice kind of Western looking insert there on the door. So more of that trim in that coppery color. We've got this nice brown steering wheel here. It's a brown leather wrapped dash.
And the seat feels incredible, dude. You know, there's different materials. You can kind of really feel a lot of this. It looks tough, like it could stand the test of time, but also very luxurious.
Yeah,
but
really
some
pretty.
Down here plastics are kind of simple. So everything below this level looks a little bit more simple.
Still some basic stuff, but some really nice floor mats back there as well that have fabric inserts in the center, rubber around the outside. Some really cool details, like a little bit of a barbed wire design in them. They've got the Longhorn badges there. Same thing looking into the back room. We've got some of that barbed wire appearance, and then these seats as well have some of those same design elements on the inserts and the same little badges there. So this is a really sharp interior.
It is. Do you want to pop the hood really quick? Because I want to show the engine just really fast.
Yeah, we'll back up. Definitely show the engine because that's one of the big updates here is the powertrain if you do spec the diesel. Brand new
transmission, brand new well, the engine is a little bit updated. It's got a new intake, it's got a new glow plug system instead of a grid heater. It's got updated exhaust system with the latest emissions control systems that Ram says is a little bit more cleaner and just overall improved. 430 horsepower, 1,075 pound-feet of torque. They're calling it high output, and you can get it on 2500s and all 3500s as well.
Yeah, and really the big headline here, the headline difference in the powertrain is the fact that we've got now an 8-speed. So it's a new ZF unit. Seems to be a pretty stout transmission just from what we've gathered when you and I went all the way to Germany to ZF's facility, one of their facilities, to learn all about this transmission.
Yes.
So we got a cool bit of background there on the transmission before it was even announced that it was going into the truck. And then for rear axle ratio, 342.
Yeah, all diesels now, at least 2500s and 3500s, will have a 342 rear axle ratio, but that actually works pretty good with the transmission, more gearing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
more
also that
ratios.
engine.
Yeah, there's more ratios to choose from, which is a nice thing.
Ignore the hitch. This truck was just pulling a trailer, but here in the back, I'm sorry about that.
You have your
We do
step.
have a side step that's not new. This bed is still the same length, right? 6'4".
Exactly.
But it does have lights. This has a gooseneck fifth wheel prep package, so it's ready to do that. But it also has a very neat class leading feature here. Can you see that, Case?
Yeah, so we've got 2,400 watts in the back of this truck, which is pretty nice.
Yes.
The Fords do offer 2,000, so
Yeah.
this is a little bit higher output here on the electronics that you can spec into the bed. Obviously, they don't all come with this feature.
Right. It's
But
an option.
This one has it, and it's a pretty cool option to have. You could definitely run some tools off of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you could necessarily weld off of it. I'm not,
No, I don't. Well, this is also a 120 volt.
Yeah.
Not a 240 volt
Yeah,
system.
and there are 120 welders. I'm not much of a welder, so I don't know how much draw you really need. I doubt that you would want to run a welder.
Yeah,
off
but
of
you
this.
could actually run probably a pretty big compressor or something like that. I mean, you
Yeah.
can run a lot of different things using this. And I want to see more of this, right? I think the tradesman needs this option too, right?
Yeah, because that's probably in a lot of situations going to be the work truck.
Yeah, and this is more of a luxury truck that maybe towing your horses to the show or towing a fancy camper or something like that. Are you ready to see the price on this guy?
I don't know if I am, Andre, but I guess we got to do it anyway.
But by the way, kind of a new updated wheel design on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's a good looking wheel.
Let me get a Monroney sticker
Sure.
here.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nicely optioned truck. Not something we're going to expect to be inexpensive. I also do like this trim material here on the center console. Has a good look to it. I'll get
yeah,
in so
you
it
need to
stops
get in.
beeping.
It's 6 digits.
Yeah.
100,595. And like we said, the big ticket item was the Cummins, 12,595. But it also has a plethora of other options. And also it's a Longhorn, right?
Yeah, so even the base price for a limited Longhorn like this is not going to be inexpensive.
76,
We're
yeah.
well over $70,000 for that alone. So yeah, it's no surprise that it's a pricey truck. All of these really high-end trucks these days are pricey. It's not unusual to see them over $100,000.
Exactly. So that's the difference. A little bit more of a basic truck with some options. So you could get that crew cab 4x4 Ram 2500 probably a little bit below 60 grand.
Yeah.
You could get it in the area of like about 55-ish. But of course, if you want luxury, you can spend 100 grand as well.
It's hard to beat.
So that was new trucks, cheap versus expensive, or less expensive versus expensive.